Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? I know it's been a long time that I don't record something face to face on YouTube for you guys. And I have a reason not to do so. I've been working like crazy. I was hired by two platforms to teach for them. One of them is TikTok and the other one is HelloTalk. And also I have my own students and I'm doing a lot of things. But I never forgot about YouTube. YouTube is my greatest passion. I know that I have stepped on the brakes a little bit, but the video you're about to see is a recording with my friend Martin Johnston um, from Rock and Roll English. And I got together with Martin because I wanted him to interview me for the second year of my channel, which is today, actually. And it's such a poignant and touching interview that I would like to record this introduction before, And as you're going to watch the interview, I could see a movie clearly going through my head, you know, and it was so beautiful. And Martin was such a dear friend because he was crazy busy as well, and he decided to do this with me. And this introduction is just to say, um, from the bottom of my heart, thank you everybody for sticking with me on this journey. It's been a wonderful journey, and I would like to profusely apologize for stepping on the brakes. But there were some people who were pivotal during this year, you know. Not only the people who watch me, who comment, who talk about the interviews and leave their comments and everything. But I would like to say a special and huge thank you. First of all, my friend Gino from Manchester, the one, the only, who has been on this journey long before me and has an spectacular channel on YouTube as well. Secondly, and dearly, Mr. Bob the Canadian. You are awesome. You are amazing. And if it wasn't for you and for many others, I wouldn't be here today. Also, Rob, the guy, the genius of editing, for sticking your neck out for me and being there with me. To end, I would like to say thank you to Speak English with this guy, Mr. Brent Watson, who was the first person I recorded an interview with almost 3 years ago. And I'm still here. I'm working with other platforms. I'm working with some other people. But YouTube is one of my greatest passions. Most importantly, teaching English and bringing English to you is one of my greatest passions. I hope you enjoyed this interview with Martin. It was a very heartfelt and sincere conversation. The guy is amazing. And to finish, and not to be rambling on for hours and hours on end, I would like to thank the people that I met on Hello Talk as well, the people that I go live with every day, only when I'm crazy busy with work that I'm not there. You are awesome. And thank you for becoming my friends as well. And I would like to thank my family, the unyielding support from my wife and from my parents and from my children who understand how crazy my life is right now, how crazy my um, work is right now. You're always on my mind. I know it might sound corny, but that's the truth. Although that I am working day after day, you're always on my mind. Thank you so much. Enjoy this conversation with Martin. The guy is awesome. And see you next year.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's show. I'm very honored to be here to interview the wonderful Rod to celebrate 2 years of your channel. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Well done. So, first of all, I just want to say well done for that, because I know how difficult it is to maintain something like this for such a prolonged period. I read once, because I mainly do podcasts, but I'm sure it's the same for YouTube channels, that something like 93% of podcasts don't arrive past episode 7 because people then realize it's too difficult and they stop. So well done for all of the hard work that you have done over these 2 years and that you continue to do, and the impact you are having on so many people's lives. So first of all, I just want to say a big well done.
Thank you. Means a lot.
But we're here for the party where I've got some questions for Rod, some, I think, nice questions. So hopefully your viewers can get to know you a bit better as well. So I'm going to jump straight in to them. And so number one, I've got some on my phone. So if I look down, that's what I'm doing. Number one is, what is your favorite way to spend a day off? So you have a day free, totally free. What's your favorite way to spend that day?
If I can travel, I would like to travel. If I can't travel, I would like to watch series and zone out a little bit. And also to be with the people that I like, my friends, my family, my children. You know, it's very simple, but I really like traveling. I have the travel bug with me, I can assure you, you know.
So do you often travel inside Brazil, or you go outside? Where do you travel?
Yeah, when I have time, we can go out for a vacation, but since the pandemic started, I am traveling much less because we are not in a very good situation yet. Although people are getting vaccinated, I am still getting a lot of care about it. But whenever possible, I travel, you know, short trips. But I need to travel overseas very soon. I am really crazy to go somewhere.
Yeah, I've recently fallen in love with traveling in the place where I live, though, because often we don't do this. For example, I don't know England very well at all. And it's always nice, even if you're in your own country, if you go to a new city, it's still a new experience, a new place, and the excitement of where do I go. So, yeah, so very nice. Okay, so speaking of traveling, where is the place you would most like to visit?
At the moment, England.
Right.
Okay. I really wish I could be there. There's a lot of people that I want to see. I wish I could meet you, Rob, Gino, all of you in person, because I think you were pivotal for my journey on YouTube, and we developed a very good friendship, and we trust each other very much, you know, and I think it would be great if I had the chance to go there.
Although I think Rob lives in Germany, doesn't he?
Yeah. That's the thing, but once I'm in Europe, I think it's easier to travel. Definitely. And but London is like a dream. I want to go to Manchester to see Gino. Gino lives in Manchester, and I would go there to see you, and then maybe travel to Germany to see Rob, if I had the chance. So a boy can dream, can't he?
Absolutely. Well, it's maybe strange for you, but my dream And if you listen to episodes of my podcast, I've mentioned
Mhm.
this many times,
Mhm.
is to visit Brazil.
Yeah.
So it's strange, isn't it? Because I
Yeah.
grew up, and where I live now, 30 minutes from London.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I must admit, I hate London.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't like going to London at all. But I know for many people around the world,
Mhm.
it's like
Mhm.
a dream for them to visit. But at the same time, my dream is to visit Brazil, where maybe many
Mhm.
people in Brazil want to visit.
Yeah, but
So,
when you come to Brazil, please come to visit me. I
of
live in a
course.
small town in the
Hmm.
state of São Paulo, and you can come down
Mm,
with your family. There's going to be a lot of nature for your daughter to play with my
mm,
younger son, and it's going to
hmm.
be a party, man. I can assure you. You know?
That's why I want to come to Brazil. I know
Yeah,
how much they love parties.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, I would love to. Hopefully one day. The problem is it's so far, isn't it?
Mhm.
Number one, expensive, and two, when you have children, it's
Mhm.
difficult for them to
Yeah.
travel. But
The
hopefully, maybe,
logistics are crazy. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. But as you said, a man can dream, hey?
yeah,
So it's definitely a dream
yeah,
of mine.
yeah.
Um, okay, so another one I've got here is, what's the best piece of advice you have ever received?
It was when I was starting my teaching career.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, be humble and go to the level of your student,
Mm-hmm.
that you'll never go wrong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, not being a kind of a superior person. I'm the teacher. I'm the
Yeah, of
best
course.
one. I think that was the best advice that I could receive at that time,
Mm-hmm.
because I was only 18, and
Mm-hmm.
I have it with me up to this day, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important.
Mm. Yeah, especially to go at the speed of your student.
Yeah.
Still do this now sometimes.
Mhm.
I actually had a lesson quite
Mhm.
recently of
Mhm.
a new student, new type of student as well.
Mhm.
And I planned all of these things, and I said, okay, we're going to do this and this and this and
Yes.
this. And I went too fast, even after many years of experience. And then I looked back
Yeah.
and I thought, what was I
Yes.
doing? It's much better
Yes.
to go slowly and at the speed the
Yeah.
student
Yeah.
wants to
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
um,
You're quite
and
right. Is exactly that. Yeah.
than
Mhm.
to go really fast and
Mhm.
no one understands. But we're always learning. Like, I've been teaching English for 12 years now, but
Mhm.
I'm still learning. So
Yes.
that's the best advice you've ever received. What about
Yeah.
given? Have you ever given great advice?
To a student or
Well, to
in
anyone,
general?
student, like family, friends.
Everybody that I meet, and that I have the chance to say something, because sometimes there are people who don't like to receive advice,
Hmm.
but I say never give up. Be
Hmm.
stubborn. Go against
Yeah,
the naysayers.
yeah,
When they say you're never gonna make it, you go there and make it. You know?
absolutely.
We have to
Yeah.
go against the odds, you know? Like, of course, in a respectful way, in a good
Hmm.
manner, where you're not going to be, as I said before, superior to anyone,
Hmm.
but keep on your journey, that you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Just a quick thing that
Yeah.
I wanted to share recently. Literally
Mhm.
a couple of days ago, I went to the airport,
Mhm.
and it made me kind of think of what you said. And to get out of the airport, you had to go to a machine and pay in your car. And there were three machines. And in two of them, they had many, many cars behind. And in the other one, there was no one. And
Mhm.
I thought, why is there no one there? And I thought, I'm just going to go there because I thought it was broken. Everyone thought it was broken
Mhm.
because everyone was too scared to do something different to
Yes.
everybody else.
Yes.
And then I said,
Yes.
I'm going to go to that machine. And it worked. So the other
Mhm.
people waited 20 minutes and then I went
Yeah.
there. And then when they saw me, all the other cars come.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just a good example
Yeah.
of how in life we just follow
Yeah.
other people without doing what we want to do.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I am a little less skeptical than other people are, you know,
mm,
so I'm not so
yeah.
afraid to see what is going on there? Let me check. I like to
Hmm.
get information. When you are
Yeah.
informed, I think, as people say, ignorance is not bliss. So
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
that's important. That's
Absolutely.
what's important.
Beautiful. So this question is not going to start very well, but it will finish well. The start of the
Don't
question is
worry. Don't
not
worry.
very
Don't worry.
nice, let's say, but then it goes nice. So
Don't worry.
when you die, like
Mm,
unfortunately it will happen to all of us one day,
okay. Okay.
hopefully in a long time. But when you die,
Hmm.
what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for um, being an honest person, a
Mhm.
righteous person, and a good family guy,
Mhm.
and a faithful friend.
Faithful
No more
friend,
than
yeah.
that.
Hmm. And well, what about the impact you're having now with YouTube and of like all of the people's lives that
Hmm.
you're like impacting as well?
Well, I try to the my goal is to teach. So
Mhm.
I try my best. I do my best. And as I didn't meet anyone who watches my channel, like maybe in person yet, I don't know how to measure the size
Mhm.
of what happens, but by the comments, by the response that I get, it's so overwhelmingly good, you know. And I get blown away, but thankfully I will always be the same person. It doesn't matter if I have 2,000 people on YouTube, 3,000, 1,000,000, 2,000,000. I'll always be the same because I can change.
Mm.
I don't change my essence because I know it can be ephemeral sometimes, you know,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
at one time you are at the peak and at another time you're going to be at the bottom. So we
Mhm.
have to be really careful of how we deal with things,
Absolutely.
you know.
So speaking of that, where you said you haven't met people, um,
In person,
I
I mean.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've met a few people now
yeah,
from
yeah.
the
I
on
saw
my
and I got
website.
jealous of that T-shirt, you
All
know.
right, okay, I'll give you one day when we
Thank
meet.
you. Thank you.
Um, and it's such a strange thing because some people follow and like
Mhm.
comment and
Yeah.
always active. So let's
Mhm.
say I know them and I already
Mhm.
knew them
Mhm.
virtually, but I knew them.
Mhm.
Other people are totally silent. They never say anything. They never comment. But they follow everything. And they said to
Yeah.
me, "I remember when you said this."
Mhm.
I sometimes I didn't even remember
Yes.
saying some things. So
Yes.
it's crazy the impact that you can
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
on other people without actually
Yeah.
even knowing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so never underestimate it because
Yeah. Sure.
when people watch your YouTube channel, I'm 100% certain
Yeah, I am
that
grateful. I'm very grateful, So
yeah
with all the things that are going on in my life right now, I'm crazy busy and I'm trying to do my best. So
yeah, and that's
you
all we
always
can
do.
do.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we can do.
Mhm.
Can't do any more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So well, this is kind of two questions
Mhm.
because so
Okay.
do you have any pets?
I do. We have a dog.
Right. Okay.
Actually, is a female dog,
Hmm.
and she's 8 years old, and she's lovely. She's
Hmm.
inside the house dog, if you know what I
Okay.
mean. She's
And
she's great.
what can we
Yeah.
learn then from animals, from dogs, I suppose?
Uh, I think they are extremely faithful. You know,
Hmm.
when they see you, when she hears my voice, when she sees my mom, when she sees my wife, she comes running. And I think she doesn't want anything else, just petting her,
Hmm.
nothing else. You give her food, she eats, and she's around us. And I think she feels our essence. I think she really feels who we are inside, because sometimes you are feeling down and the pet comes close to you. Not only my dog, but I think every pet, I think,
I have heard this. Yeah,
yeah,
I've never had a dog,
yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah,
but I have heard this.
yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe it's,
mm-hmm,
my wife really wants a dog
yeah,
as well. But
yeah,
like you said, the problem is when you travel, and we
yeah,
often have to go to see my
yeah,
wife's family.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
but anyway, who knows in the
yes,
future?
yes,
So this one, okay. So
mm-hmm,
obviously, you had to learn
mm-hmm,
English, um, and so you've been on this journey.
mm-hmm.
So, what is your best study tip to students?
Yeah, devotion,
Mm-hmm.
dedication, and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
For me, these are the keys to learn English or any language, because you have to practice.
Of
Like,
course.
oh, I don't have anyone to practice with. I don't have a language partner. Talk to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Read at least one page in English on the internet every day. Read it out loud. Put your
Yeah.
computer to read it for you.
Mm.
Mimic the sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Think in English. Like if you speak Italian, for example, and you say, I want to drink water, and you don't know what the word water is, think about your actions. Like, I am getting out of bed, I am waking up, I am brushing my teeth, I am having breakfast. Make your brain use to think in another language, that you're going to evolve so much.
Yeah. And yeah, great tip. And yeah, with technology now, I'm
Yeah.
sure when
Hmm.
you were learning, it was very different. But with technology now,
Yeah.
you can literally just walk around with your phone and you see
Yeah.
something and you say, "Oh, what's the name of?" So these,
Yeah.
okay, you write
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
language, and then
Yeah.
you have the translation
Yeah.
immediately.
Martin, I was a carbon dating person learning English. I told you that before. And at that time, we didn't have internet. We didn't have anything. We
Exactly.
didn't have Google to pull up a lyric
Uh,
of a song,
exactly.
So we
Absolutely.
needed to have pen pals.
Hmm.
We would write letters, and it would take 20 days to receive a letter back. You know.
Mm,
When you
yeah.
wanted to understand the lyrics to a song, or maybe a word to a song, you have to glue your ears to the speaker to try
Yeah.
to get that line, and rewind the cassette tapes. People don't even know what cassette tapes are today,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I
It's
mean.
strange, isn't it? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
It just in a book, one of my children's books with my
Mhm.
daughter,
Mhm.
there was an old telephone,
Yeah.
and one of the things she says now is "What's that?" And she said to me,
Yeah.
"What's that? What's
Yeah.
that?"
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what it is,
And
like the old
I
style.
remember we used to dial and
Yeah,
dial and dial,
it was that type
Yeah,
of phone,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like the one like this.
Mhm.
But she
Yeah,
didn't know what it
yeah,
was.
yeah,
Um, okay, so we're gonna
yeah.
have go to the last question now. Okay,
Okay, okay.
which is who
Mhm.
is a celebrity, a famous person you admire, and why?
Madonna.
Hmm?
Because if it wasn't for Madonna, I wouldn't be here today talking to you. And it was at 1985. I was 7 years old, and I saw her on TV. And I told my father I want to go to school to learn English, because I thought that she was very beautiful and she was very flamboyant. Of course, I was very young, and I told my father I want to go to school to learn English. And my father the next day told me, "Oh, I signed you up for English classes. If you like it, you can learn it." And I never left.
Wow,
So
literally the very next day.
yeah.
Wow.
But I think I don't want to meet Madonna, because Once I heard something and I thought it was really true. Never meet your heroes.
Mm.
Because maybe she's going to be on a bad day, and she will not treat me well, and maybe that can tumble down a castle of over 38 years of um, that I admire her,
Mm.
so I prefer not to, so when I think, oh, I would like to meet her, I know that's impossible, but sometimes I fear the possibility of meeting her, because maybe she can destroy something in 5 seconds, something
Well,
that I
no,
built
it's
in
very true.
almost 40 years, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, so if she's watching, then
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Rod doesn't want to meet you, but has
Yeah,
admired you
but
for nearly 40 years.
I need to thank you for giving me the passion of um for learning English so much and in a crazy way, because English is the best addiction that I could have. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't judge anyone who does it, but English is my only addiction. English reading and watching series and movies.
Mm.
Nothing else.
Um, yeah, I'm sure, like I mentioned to you before, you have no idea how you're impacting people. And I'm sure
Yeah,
Madonna wasn't thinking about a
yeah,
boy in a small village
yeah,
in Brazil that she
yeah.
could impact to learn a language and impact his life for the next 40 odd years.
But I can tell you something just to end. I am a fan. I have always been, but I wasn't a I wasn't I wasn't a simp
Mhm.
for Madonna. When she pushed the limits a little bit too far, I said, "Oh, she went a little bit too far." I am a
Mhm.
fan, but as I told you, I'm not a simper. I don't. I didn't agree with some things that she did in the 90s, but even though I am a fan, so
Absolutely.
that's the thing.
Um, well, it's been an absolute pleasure
Yeah.
talking to you, Rod, and congratulations again for 2 years.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, I know the work and you're having a positive impact on people's lives.
Thank you.
And I think there's no better thing you can do. So a big well done from me.
Thank you. Thank you for accepting doing this for me. I know that you're really busy, and whatever happens, you have a friend in Brazil, you
Thank
know.
you. Thank you very
So
much.
whatever you need me for, I am there. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much. So
Thank you
we'll
for
see you again
doing
soon.
this. Yeah,
No
I hope
problem.
so. I hope so. Thank you
Yeah,
for doing that.
no problem.
See you
Thank you.
guys. Thank
See
you.
you.
You
Bye
are
bye.
awesome. Never forget that. You're awesome. All
Thank you.
right?
You too.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.